Hi everybody, and welcome to our video for open houses. This might be your first time or you might be a pro at open houses, but we're going to show you some insider tips from the realtor's perspective on how you as the homeowner can have some best practices to sell your home. So I'm with Realtor Alberto Alvarez, and he's going to give us some tips for owners for their open houses. Every open house and house is completely unique and different, so he chose the top 2 universal things that you as an owner can do to prepare for your best open house.
Good day. So, essentially, when somebody's coming up to your house, the first thing they see is the exterior. So, if you have a lot of natural landscaping, the idea would be is to trim it up to make it look manicured to the degree that you would like to see your home in and the condition, but also realize that part of the curb appeal is it's got to also attract the buyer in. So if you have clutter in the front, if you have not such visually aesthetic things that are outside, let's try to clean those up, let's try to trim things down, and also let's have consideration that you're transitioning from your home to your next home. So understand that the person coming in is got to look at it as an empty canvas. So ideally you have to personalize it or depersonalize it from your taste and have it more acceptable to a more mainstream taste while also being unique. Secondly is this idea that your home is yours, and inside of it you have a lot of personal memories and personal pictures and things like that. There's never an issue with having your pictures out, but the intent is that when you have somebody coming in, you want the buyer to think that they're living in the home. So part of living in the home is that they see themselves there. When you have other family portraits and your own family's pictures in there, what ends up happening is they don't associate the home as theirs. They end up seeing it as a stranger's home. So we try to minimize that and also minimize the clutter. So ideally, wherever things are in the house and however they were organized prior, understand that we have to minimize the clutter off of tables, minimize the clutter off of cabinets, and put things away, put them in boxes, showing that we're intending on moving and we're intending on, passing on the location to you, the new buyer. With that being said, what ends up happening is that you end up with a lot of items in places where they're supposed to be, the utility closet, in the sheds, in the garages. So that's okay too, that's expected. And what a realtor can do with that is have the explanation that, listen, they're on their way to moving out, they're preparing the house, and also this is where it's intended for these things to be. So now you're adding to that environment for this person that you're going to their house to see, that they're intending on moving, and at the same time it's a transition for your buyer to look into the space and say, oh, this could be my space, and see themselves in it and see how they would interpret the space. And that's why you also try to depersonalize it as much as you can. And it's not more of every house is unique. The idea is to give buyers the opportunity to use their imagination, which sometimes is very hard. So you try to minimize the distractions for that imagination. And that's why I say at the end of the day, you minimize what personal aspects you have in the house and you make it more neutral for everybody that comes in, and hopefully you should sell your home in a quick time frame.
Thanks, Alberto.
Thank you.